Hey y'all, I'm back here today. I want to make a little bit of chili, and my brother-in-law Brandon, he gave me some elk meat and some bear meat, and I found it in my freezer before I moved here, way back in the back. I guess Mom kind of just displaced it. So sorry, Brandon, but it's going to come to good use. So we're going to make some chili. Let's get it kind of started here. Let me move the camera around. Alright, so in this pan I've got some oil. I put in about a good tablespoon of oil. Actually, probably two. So we got ground bear, and we have well, you won't be able to see that, but it's ground elk. Okay, so we're gonna open this up without getting blood everywhere. Let me get back to you in a sec. Alright, y'all, the sounds and everything in the background, I'm listening to the Capitals game, hockey, so, but I'm going to put some mozzarella steak seasoning in here, something like that, good tablespoon, but the guy that I get it off of, if you haven't seen some of my videos prior, it's an old guy, man, and he's real cool, older gentleman, and real nice guy. He's Mennonite, so he makes his own seasoning. He makes his fish seasonings, pork seasonings, all that crap. So we're going to stir this about, get it nice and browned down. If you've never had bear, honestly, the way I figure it, like, I've had it because of only Brandon giving it to me, but it tastes a lot like beef. So I'll try this elk out too. It smells good. I've never had elk, but I did have it in the freezer, like I said. So what we're going to do is just brown this down, and that's where that mozzarella steak seasoning come in handy with the bear, because it is kind of like a beefy taste. I mean, it's the ones that I've had, real no game taste. So season it like you were going to season a steak, in a sense. Alright, so let's cook this down. Then we're going to add in the onions. Here, let's go spinning around in a circle here. I got onions and some yellow and red bell pepper. We're going to throw that in and start building our chili. So we shall be back. Alright, y'all. Excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and add these onions in and the bell pepper. Clean it out so none of that goes down my sink. Give that a stir. And then let that cook down. I'll probably cover it up. Here, I got a lid and everything. Ain't that fancy. Cover it up. Let it sweat for a little bit. Let it sweat for a little bit to kind of reduce some of the moisture in it, because we got canned tomatoes to go in. So they're like homemade fresh canned tomatoes. So let's reduce the moisture that I did have with the elk and the bear. I was actually really surprised it had that much moisture in it. So hey, that's cool too. So, alright, we'll be back here shortly. Alright, guys. I went out and got some of this McCormick's chili. This has got the less sodium and it's mild. And honestly, if you need black pepper and you don't feel like cracking it yourself or whatever, really, McCormick's has been a really good brand for me and my family. So we're going to open up a pack of that. Dump that in. Give that a stir. And give me a second and then we'll add our tomatoes. Alright. I decided I tasted our blend and it was very good. But it can always be doctored up. So what I have is some garlic powder. Give that a good coating. And then I'm going to add a little more chili powder in. Give that a stir first. Because the onions and the bell peppers are cooking down and releasing their juices, and man, it just smells so good. So it's going to be great. And yeah, I quiet down because I'm listening to the game. I'm sorry, y'all. And then I got a half gallon of tomatoes that I canned, and I'm going to put the juice in. And what I did was I took a long knife and went inside that jar and just cut for a while. And we might need more, considering we have so much meat, but we'll see here in a little bit. So let me get that cooking and getting it all married together, and we shall see. Alright, after extremely difficulties opening this piece of shit of a can of beans, I'm gonna dump a good 3/4 of it. I'm gonna save the rest for something else. I might not, but I'll give it a stir in and keep the juice in, man. That makes it sweet with all the extra seasonings and everything you put in, so it's not too hot. I mean, I'd like it hot, but Jesse doesn't want it too hot. So we're gonna let that cook, and we shall see you on the floor. Alright, y'all. This stuff is looking freaking awesome. We got it at a nice sizzle. I'm gonna cut it down a little bit, and then we're gonna add. I'm gonna go ahead and add some frozen corn. There you go. Heck yeah. Add some corn in there. I like a little bit of corn in my chili. And we'll cook that for a little while, just so it mixes all about. And we will be able to eat. I keep missing steps. It's been one hell of a night. All kinds of people coming over and having a good time with us and everything. So, freaking A. So we'll see you in a minute. Alright, y'all. I added the corn and all in here, and I'm just letting it simmer down just a little bit. Nice and thick. Man, it smells so good. So, I'm gonna let it cook for just a little bit longer with that frozen corn that I had. And oh my goodness, I can't wait to eat. It's gonna be great. So that bear meat tastes just like beef. I tried a little bit of elk. A little gamey, but it honestly, to me, it tastes like beef. So bear and elk, a little gamey, not much. Especially for old country boy like me. You really couldn't tell, from my opinion. Man, it's looking good, and I know it's good. So we're just going to simmer it down just a little bit, thicken up, and serve it up. So we'll see you next time, okay?